Good morning, brethren. Happy Thursday and welcome to today's morning dose. I want to trust God that your week is coming along very, very well and that you are taking the advantages that are available to you even in the location that God has positioned you. And it is my prayer that the full potential for which God created you for, you will manifest them in your location in the mighty name of Jesus. We have seen in the course of the week how the power of your location can determine where you're going to be in the agenda of God. We saw that happen in the life of the prophet of God, Prophet Elijah. We saw how Abraham actually also relocated from the Ur of the Chaldees even to the land that God will show him. We saw how the parent of Jesus Christ also relocated. And ultimately, we saw yesterday how Joseph's relocation to Egypt actually, brought a great deliverance over, a whole nation. So I want to emphasize again, if God is telling you to change your location, don't wait a second. Go ahead and get it done. Go ahead and get it done. Don't let anyone discourage you about whether you want to jackpot or you don't want to jackpot. Obey God, not any man. And may the everlasting Father place you and take you to the right location that He wants you to be in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, I want to show us something today about, again, the power of your location. The Bible told us in the book of Luke chapter 5 verse 1 to 2 that Jesus Christ was at a lake called Gennesaret. And based upon the research that I did, there are actually about 8 lakes in Israel that you need to visit. Tourist center, meaning there are so many lakes in Israel at that point in time. If I said Egypt earlier, I'm sorry, but I wanted to say Israel. So there are at least 8 lakes in Israel that you ought to visit. Now, on this particular day, Peter decided with his brothers to fish at a lake called Gennesaret. The Bible told us that Jesus Christ was watching 2 ships where the fishermen were washing their nets. They toiled all night and they caught nothing. So, and upon, servicing, requesting that, or accepting for Jesus to use their boats, after he used the boats, doing all the ministration they wanted to, he gave them an instruction and said, cast your net. And they caught so much fish that their nets began to break. Now, there are 2 things I want to bring out here. If Peter was not at the lake of Gennesaret, there's no way he would have met with Jesus. Now, if he was not at the lake of Gennesaret, there's no way he would have caught so much fish that after Jesus Christ commanded him. Now, but much more, his location at that point in time made him to have a life-transforming encounter. Because the Bible told us, Jesus Christ told him thereafter, he said, you will become fisher of men. From history, we understood that Peter was actually the first pope that ever lived. He occupied a prominent place among the 12 disciples. That is the power of location. If he was not at the lake of Gennesaret, possibly he wouldn't have met with Jesus. So your location is actually a determinant to where you will be located in the agenda of God, in the strata of life. Never forget this. Being at the right place at the right time is what made Peter to become who he was. I want to say to you, brethren, never give up until you find yourself, until you identify, and until you move to the right location that God has destined you for. God bless you. By the special grace of God, I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. Let us go into meeting all the CDC guidelines. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning. And bye for now.